Upstream Colour is an incomplete film. What do I mean by this? I don't mean that it isn't finished, I mean that it is incomplete. If you watch it, you won't understand everything that's happening, and you won't understand why it is happening. I'm not going to spoil it, partly because I think the film is a masterpiece that I want you to experience for yourself, but partly because I can't. This is not a film that gives you all the answers. There are vague hints, imagery, symbolism scattered throughout the narrative, but mostly it's up to you as the viewer to process these obscure messages and give them meaning. The only thing you can know for sure are the surface level details, the things that are obvious, but these things aren't what Upstream Colour is really about. They're simply a mechanism to give a context for the themes that this film wants to explore. You might see this ambiguity as a negative, but it isn't. Without giving too much away, I can tell you that this perfectly mirrors the experiences that Chris and Jeff both go through. We see them struggling to put their lives back together just as we struggle to process what the story is and what it is about. Just like the characters, we understand the broad strokes of what has happened, but the details are fuzzy and unknowable. This is best represented by the moment where Chris and Jeff see a flock of birds flying away, and Chris says the words, "They could be starlings." This, for me, encapsulates the experience of watching Upstream Colour. You observe something and you try to attribute a meaning to it. You see a flock of birds, they could be starlings, but you don't know. The dialogue throughout the film represents this beautifully. There is so much uncertainty in what the characters say. Chris does her makeup and says, "Much better, right?" To which Jeff replies, "I guess so." It's so simple, yet it's so rich. I guess so. Sometimes this is all we can do with Upstream Colour, and sometimes this is all we can do in life. Guess. Crucially, this is what allows Chris and Jeff to take back agency over their own lives. This ability to give truth to the things that they observe. Maybe they are starlings, maybe not, it doesn't matter. What's important is that they were the ones who attributed meaning to them. This attribution of meaning is what gives an individual the power to define themselves and their place in the world around them. Ambiguity and uncertainty don't belong in every narrative, but they fit this one perfectly. By being purposefully vague, Upstream Colour becomes something beautiful, even if you don't quite know what that something is. Our purpose, our meaning, our lives are fuzzy and unknowable, but they are exactly what we make of them, and that is what Upstream Colour is about.